New DNA testing could link the unsolved murder of a Minnesota woman to a notorious serial killer.
Mary Schlase planned to hitchhike from Minneapolis to an art show in Chicago back in 1974, but she never made it. Now, 44 years later, new clues that Mary took to the grave could reveal who killed her. Only on WCCO tonight, investigators told Liz Collin about their recent focus on a former football player once drafted by the Green Bay Packers.
It was really frightening.
It's the face still frozen in Mary Dodge's mind all these years later.
I looked at him and I said, "You look terrible." And he was white.
A Culligan man delivered news of the horrifying discovery not far from her home in Springbrook Township. It was 1 in the afternoon on a Friday when a man who lived in this area made a grocery store run. It was that man who discovered Mary Schlase's lifeless body alongside this rural road.
And the body was put over the snowbank.
Mary Schlase was working toward her master's degree at the University of Minnesota. She spoke several languages and pursued her many passions.
Her life was pretty much about, her love of horses, riding, and art.
From Arizona, her brother Don recounted how that love of art drew her out of her uptown apartment that morning in Minneapolis. Mary held a sign for Madison and headed to I-94 with plans to hitchhike onto Chicago for an art show.
It was common, and Mary was said to do so often.
But Mary was dead 3 hours after she was last seen, stabbed at least 15 times, 90 miles from home. The neighbor who reported the crime said he passed a pulled-over compact car, only to see a man in his rearview mirror throw a body in the ditch. He'd helped police produce this sketch soon after.
It's this dead-end road.
For decades, the Dunn County Sheriff's Office hit too many dead ends of their own, finally able to turn to DNA testing in 2009. That's when Mary's body was exhumed. Investigators are now ready to reveal what those tests found.
There's different types of DNA that can be tested for. And all I'm going to say at this point is we got 2 profiles.
2 profiles that don't belong to Mary, collected from the scene. Beyond that, Sergeant Scott McRoberts didn't want to say more. But for the first time, investigators are ready to say who those tests haven't ruled out.
Have you guys been able to rule out Randall Woodfield at this time?
Not yet.
A standout college football player from Portland, the Green Bay Packers drafted Randall Woodfield in the early 70s. He was cut from the team before he ever played a game. Woodfield would later be known as the I-5 killer.
He committed crimes from Washington, Oregon, down to California along I-5.
As many as 44 murders have been linked to Woodfield, all within a few miles of an interstate exit. Investigators now believe it's possible his killing spree started sooner and farther east than first thought. Woodfield was traveling from Portland to Green Bay at the time of Mary's murder. He fits the same description that witness gave, as does Mary. All of his victims were white women, petite and in their 20s. But a lot more has to happen before anything is proven.
I just think it's terribly tragic that this poor family can't have closure.
A family forced to grow older without their little sister.
I think about her all the time.
Randall Woodfield is currently serving a 90-year prison sentence in connection to one murder, but he's never confessed to any of his crimes. It's why Dunn County has yet to interview him about Mary's case. Now, one thing they still don't know is the type of car Woodfield was driving back in February of 1974. That witness reported seeing a Chevy Vega, orange or gold in color, leaving the scene. But now investigators say it may have been light green in color. So still a lot to sort out here after all these years, you guys.
So he may have committed 44 murders, but they only got him for 1?
That's right. Back in 1981, that is when he was sentenced. But they have still connected, as recently as just a few years ago, crimes to Woodfield.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Liz.
Thanks, Liz.